Dear students, once again a very warm welcome to Angrejimaster, your own YouTube channel. You will definitely agree that we have all kinds of people in our society, good as well as evil. The one who help those in distress and the other who look for a chance to take advantage. Cheating and robbing have become their second nature. Shouldn't we try to reform them? Do they have a heart? But the million-dollar question is, will they allow us to reform them? If yes, how to shake that innate goodness which is hiding in their hearts? The Thief's story, written by Ruskin Bond, might give us some answers. This story happens to be lesson number 2 of our textbook, Footprints Without Feet. In this video, we share with you the aptness of the title, theme, key points, detailed summary divided on the basis of events as they unfold in the story, message, and the character sketches of the main characters. So let's begin with the introduction of the author. Ruskin Bond is an Indian author of British descent. He lives with his adopted family in Missouri. The Indian Council for Child Education has recognized his role in growth of children's literature in India. Awarded with the most coveted Sahitya Akademi Award, Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan, he is without any shadow of doubt the most read and loved writer amongst children in India. The title is apt, though quite offbeat. We often read stories of kings and queens, fairies and ghosts, but story of a thief? It's quite unusual, isn't it? The reader is bound to think it's going to glorify either the thief or the inspector who made the thief surrender. And this mystery is enough to hold readers' interest. In fact, the story is the first-person narrative of a thief, and it binds the reader as it offers something different, a thief's perspective. Any other title might not have been so simple yet so effective. When one goes down the pages, the reader doesn't fail to capture the psychological tension of a guilt-stricken thief. A very rare depiction of the humane side of a criminal. Something which one is unable to make out from the title. Seemingly simple, the title doesn't reveal why, when, and how the thief's story would take an unexpected turn. One got to read the story to find out the answers to all these questions, hence the success of the title. Woven around the theme of trust, it depicts that trust can make even an incorrigible miscreant guilt conscious, leading to his self-reformation. The story is about two characters who were poles apart. A 15-year-old shrewd thief who changes his name every month to stay ahead of police and old betrayed employers. This time, he kept his name Hari Singh. The other person in the story is a 25-year-old gullible freelance writer named Anil. The thief meets Anil and asks him if he can work for him. Anil trusts him completely and employs him. Does the boy betray his trust? Do the poles meet? The story unfolds on how the thief betrays Anil by committing a theft, but retracts later on. Now the summary. The summary is divided on the basis of major events as they unfold in the story. Part 1. The meeting of Anil and Hari Singh. One fine day, when Anil, a young man of 25, was watching a wrestling match, a thief approached him with an intention to rob him. After having a small talk, he introduced himself as Hari Singh. Actually, he would invent a new name every time he would meet a new victim. Hari, being a good observer, assessed Anil. Anil was about to leave when Hari called him again and asked him if he could work for Anil. Anil expressed his inability to pay him but said he could feed him if he knew how to cook. Hari couldn't, but he lied. Consequently, Anil took Hari to his room, which was above Jamuna sweet shop. Hari failed miserably at cooking there. As a result, he was asked to leave. But he relentlessly tried to please Anil. Anil not only allowed him to stay, but also taught Hari how to cook. He would also teach him reading, writing, and arithmetic. Hari was grateful to him, as he was wondering at his prospect of success of being an educated thief. Hari started to like working for Anil. While buying essentials, he would steal a rupee or two every day. Despite being aware of this cheating, Anil would prefer ignoring. Probably, Anil too needed company. He used to make money by fits and starts. Sometimes he had to borrow money, and at others, when he had money, he would be lending it to other people. Whenever he used to get money, he would go out with his friends to celebrate. One day, Anil came in with a bundle of notes, which he kept safely under the mattress of his bed. Hari realized that he had been working for Anil for more than a month, not stolen anything substantial. Hari had many chances to steal, as trusting Anil had given him the key to the room as well. He was surprised with the amount of trust Anil had on him, and this was preventing him from robbing Anil. Hari thought that robbing a greedy person is easy, but a careless person like Anil is difficult, as he might not even notice that he had been robbed, and that would take out all the fun. Instead of dropping the idea of robbing Anil of his money, he justified himself, thinking that if he didn't steal Anil's money, Anil would waste it on his friends. In addition, Anil didn't pay him for the work that he did. Hari then woke up at night and quietly crawled to Anil's bed. He stole the money and decided to leave the city by Lucknow Express that departed at 10:30. Before he had reached the station, he counted the money, and it was 600 rupees and 50 rupee note. He could live a lavish life for 2 to 3 weeks with so much money, he thought. When Hari reached the station, the train had slowly started moving from the platform. He could have easily caught the train, but he hesitated, and he himself didn't know the reason for it. After the train had left, Hari was all alone at the train station. He was left with no place to sleep at night. Soon he realized the only person he knew was Anil, and he had looted him as well. He didn't toy with the idea of staying in a hotel lest it should make somebody suspect him. At the same time, he could see the sad face of Anil, for his trust had been breached. It seems, when his evil spirit was in a self-congratulatory mood, suddenly the good spirit in him called him. The inner voice told him not to betray the faith of Anil, who trusted him unconditionally. No sooner than he had sat on a bench in a park, it started to rain. Then he sat down under the clock tower. He felt for the notes there, they had got wet. Found himself sitting on the horns of Dalama. Hari started wondering, what did he barter for money? A caring master, guide and friend? Soon a realization dawned upon him that learning how to read and write would help him earn respect, which would pay him much more than petty thievery. Filled with remorse, his feet took a U-turn. He decided to go back to Anil's house. On reaching the room, he found Anil sleeping. He quietly placed the money back. Next morning, he woke up a bit late. By then, Anil had already made his tea. Giving him a 50-rupee note, Anil told him that he would be paid regularly. Hari took the note in his hand and felt that the note was still wet. It was wet from the rain last night. Hari realized that Anil had come to know about his misdeed. But there was no sadness, anger, or guilt in his mind. The narrator, Hari, smiled in a beautiful way, and for the first time it was genuine happiness, as he knew that he had saved himself from the wrong road and expiated for his wrongdoing. The story hence is about transformation of a thief, his reformer, and how thief's conscience pricks him, makes him feel guilt conscious. In delineation of the characters, Ruskin Bond has reserved his place among the first flight of the greatest men of letters. While depicting the mindscape of Hari, Bond achieves Shakespeare's craftsmanship. Hari successfully becomes his mouthpiece in conveying that unconditional faith works wonder and education is the only key to social upliftment. Hari achieves real glory when we see him donning Hamlet's hat at the railway station while deliberating over the stolen money, as if saying, to be or not to be. Dear students, hope you found the video informative. Please like and share it. For more, you may subscribe Angrejimaster. Do remember to hit the bell icon. We shall meet again. Till then, maintain social distancing but stay connected. Thank you.